Hello and welcome to Fernbus Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. Now, like I said in the initial last episode, that was the last episode because I didn't know. Because looking at the map, I'll show you. Looking at the map, it's obvious now where I need to go. But on the initial map, when I looked, I couldn't see this stop here. As it sees, it's all padlocked off. This is also padlocked off because I haven't discovered it. But on looking on the standard map, it was hard to actually see it. But now I've got it highlighted, it's actually there. So this is the last episode. Again, like I said in the previous episode, I want to say big thank you to everyone that's been following me all the way through for a lot of the episodes. I know there's one guy that particularly likes this episode, and he sort of like asked me to bring it back when I'd lost interest in this game, and I said I'd do what I could do. Although I say it's the last episode, if they bring some more DLC into this, then I may or may not get that DLC for this. All depends on cost, on everything. Because, like I said in previous episodes, I think TML have got pretty greedy. Come on, shut. Thank you. Pretty greedy on aspects to selling this or anything else that they're doing at the moment. And I'm not going to mention any more about that, because my brake's still on. There we go. Because I don't want to ruin it. I've moaned on long enough about what I think about TML Studios and their cheeky underhandedness. Don't get me wrong, they make great games. They're full of bugs. Again, I'm not going to say any more because, as I say, I don't want to ruin it. I'm just going to plough on, get the job done. As I say, it's a beautiful game, and I always did like it when it first came out. I loved it. I spent quite a few hours sort of like playing on it. I'd hate to, think how many hours I've played on this game. I'd have to have a look on the, not as many as ATS or American Truck Simulator or even Farming Simulator. But that's another game which, again, I'm getting a bit fed up with the grind on it, although that does have better mod support. It's getting a bit rinse and repeat for me, and I don't want to have to go through the whole situation of starting a new farm just to be in a different place and everything else. I'm kind of pushing myself to make an episode of that again. I'll try and get one done if you guys do watch that. Green means go. I will try and sort of get that done this afternoon where I can. Red means stop. But anyway, as I was saying, I'll give a big thank you to everyone for leaving comments in the past and supporting this with likes, everything else. It will be a shame to put this onto the shelf. I'm not going to say complete goodbye to it, because they could potentially bring out a DLC for this or something else that might be worth looking at. But I think they're just going to concentrate on Tourist Bus until that no longer brings any real revenue in for them, and then they're release the City Bus again. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that. I just don't know. I'll look at it, and if there's something there which I think is worth showing off, then I'll get it. Cool. Handled that really rubbishly. I need to be in the left-hand lane. Is this a roundabout or is it a junction? It's more like a junction from I can see. Yeah, it's a junction. Stop. Stop, stop. I've gone over the red light. I'm going to have to just risk it for a chocolate biscuit. He's going that way. He's coming this way. He's going to crash straight into... No, he's not. I didn't do that as well as I suspected. Nothing ever... I'll never get any better drive on this thing. I need to be over here. But if anyone, unlikely situation that it may be, if anyone from TML is listening, I know initially when I first started doing this, I did have one of the developers listening to what I said, because as soon as I mentioned something, literally the next patch sort of like had that same thing fixed or whatever, or it could be coincidental. Do I need to be on the other side? I think I do. Looking at where this GPS is telling me to go, I need to be down here. So I'll go down here, and round and back again. I forgot to turn everything on, so I'll have to do that when we get there. Forgot to set the bus up. Got so keen on leaving the depot. Right, so let's set the bus up now. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on, turn that on, turn that on, turn that on. Turn AC on, I think it's 22.5, because that's when I had it set up. I'll leave it at that. I might as well just open the doors here. Let's see if we shut that one again, because we don't need that button in London. And then just jump out. Wait for the mouse to catch up. Right, let's open. As you can see, I've got the National Express logo on, just for S&Gs. You're gonna.
Ist das eine Betriebsfahrt? Welche Linie fährt denn dieser Bus? Ich sehe nichts auf der Anzeige. Ich sehe nichts auf der Anzeige.
I don't see anything. I had the display on. Okay, I'll go and. It didn't have the display on. Just take my word for it, mate. It's going to the place you want it to go. There we go. Let's jump back out again. I was like, okay. Right. Log in. Here's my ticket. I don't know. I didn't actually look at the... Well, yeah, it must be right. Let's open that door again. Well, I think they put all their bags in already. I think they put their bags in before I even turn the display on, weirdly enough, which makes no sense. I don't think we're going there. So, sorry. Yeah, you got the wrong coach, mate. Where's my mouse? Express check green. There. Wow, he
Mahlzeit, bitte sehr.
reminds me of someone.
Vielen Dank. Hallo, hier ist mein Ticket. Vielen Dank.
Danke.
Guten Tag. Das Ticket. Bitte schön.
No, we're not going there, mate. Sorry.
Ups. Grüezi, ist das gültig? Dankeschön.
Not a problem, sir.
Grüezi, bin ich hier richtig?
Yeah, I think we're going there. It looks like we're going there. Express check you in.
Danke sehr.
Not a problem.
Hi, wollen Sie in meine Richtung? Auf
Express check you in.
Hallo, hier ist mein Ticket. Dankeschön.
Hallo, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket. Auf geht's.
Grüezi, hier mein Ticket. Dankeschön. Guten Tag, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Auf geht's. Grüezi, bitte sehr. Danke sehr.
Fahren an den nächsten Bus.
Look at the next bus. Right. Yeah, I'm holding up traffic here. Don't see how. Oh yeah, because this is just not one of those single pull away jobbies, is it? So they would be getting pretty miffed off. Let's choose the right display. Come on, get me back in the bus. Thank you much. When do we depart? We're running early, so let's just take it out of gear quickly, and then fast forward. That would be criminal. I'm sure you'd get done for being obstructive if you're parked there for that duration of time. But anyway, I digress.
Hallo und herzlich
Hallo.
willkommen bei Flixbus. Wir freuen uns, dass wir an
Let's
Bord
reset
seid
tracker
und
off. It's been a bit
unser
derpy again.
Reiseziel ansteuern.
That's better.
Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar
Well, I don't think it's tracker art's the problem. I think it's the
gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht.
way that they've configured tracker R to work on this game, because it always points your head down there, and I prefer my head to be sort of like more or less there.
Zu unseren
See what else is
und
going on. I wouldn't be like driving like that all the time. I'd be driving like that
Einstiegsbereich.
in real life.
Wer kostenlos surfen will,
I was driving
wählt
a
sich
coach.
einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein.
Yeah, they're beeping.
Unser
They're getting
Reisetipp
fed up
fürs
with being
Internet.
stuck here. I
Schaut
would be
doch
too.
mal auf unserer Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes.
7:01 we set off. 7:02
Nachrichten.
we
Sollte
set off.
euer Akku zu
Depart.
Neige gehen, kein Problem.
Kein
Viele
Problem.
unserer Sitze sind mit Steckdosen ausgestattet.
I'll put it in
und
gear
entsprechend
ready.
gekennzeichnet.
I'll shut
So könnt ihr euer
the
Smartphone
door.
die gesamte
Put
Fahrt
wood in
über nutzen.
hole.
Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert von exklusiven Online-Angeboten.
Alright, let's start ride.
Auf
Take
Flixbus.de
break off.
stehen täglich brandaktuell alle
we
Infos
go.
und Städteverbindungen für
But
euch
like I
bereit.
say,
Natürlich wollen wir
all
unseren
moaning
Service
about
ständig
TMC.
weiter verbessern. Für
TMC?
Feedback zu eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken.
All moaning
Wir
about
danken für eure
TML, sorry, I should say
Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen
TMC.
eine entspannte
TML
Fahrt und
Studios
viel Spaß
aside,
an Bord von Flixbus.
you know, I'll just a big thank you again to you
And
guys
welcome to Flixbus. We're glad to have you on
for putting
board
up
and
with my
we're ready to get
antics,
you to
my
your
bad
favorite
driving,
destination today. Before we set
everything
off,
else.
we would like to share some information about the
And as I
journey.
say, it might
The wearing of
it's
seatbelts is compulsory
not going to
on
be
board the
full
bus.
goodbye for this. If
Therefore,
something
please keep
that
your
I
seatbelt
deem
fastened
interesting
throughout the
comes back
entire
on
journey.
this, then
With the
obviously
seatbelt in
guys straight
front of
away
you,
I'll
you will find our
I'll be on it
information
like a car
card
bonnet,
containing
so to
further
speak.
safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in the rear boarding area. If you would like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no
No
problem.
problem.
Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets, which are marked accordingly.
I was going off subject here.
Simply download
Something
our app onto your smartphone
which
so you can take advantage
I
of
found
our
quite
many
funny.
exclusive online discounts. For more information,
A while back, for you guys that may not know, I used to do Car Mechanic Simulator. Some of you guys enjoyed it, some of you guys didn't. It wasn't one of my biggest, sort of like most viewed series. Am I going the right way?
You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas,
Uh-oh.
and requests. We are always ready to.
The map's not telling me where to go. So I'm gonna have to guess. I'm not going the right way. Idiot.
assist.
So I'm gonna have to
And
do a
now,
Yui.
We can finally set off.
Right.
Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing
No one
journey
sees what I'm
and
doing.
Enjoy traveling with Flixbus.
I'm not doing this. This isn't really happening. I'm not pulling an illegal Yui in the middle of the road. So I need to continue straight on. There we go, green light means go, so I will continue straight on down here. Don't know why I was thinking going left. My brain just told me to go left, and I just obeyed it. Idiot. Yeah, sorry, going back to what I was saying, because I got distracted. For you guys, if you guys know what I'm talking about, the car mechanic simulator. One episode I did was with the Ecto 1 restoration, and I sneaked in. I knew I was probably going to get done for it, because it was what it was, but I sneaked in at that part of the episode. I sneaked in. I forget, was it part 1 or part 2? I think it was part 1. The scene where they have their first ever telephone call and they slide down the pole, get into the Ecto 1 from the actual movie. God, the brakes are the rubbish on this thing. Too much lead foot. I sneaked that in to see if anyone noticed it and anyone commented. I don't forget if anyone did. I don't think anyone did, but I think he might have mentioned something. But other than that, now that was a while back when I uploaded that. You can go and check it out if you want. I won't leave the comment up here on the top or whatever on the card. Stop. It's up to you if you want to go and have a look back. You'll see it in the playlists, kind of car mechanic simulator, and then just look at the Ecto 1 episode. Now, about 2 weeks ago, was it? I got an email from YouTube saying the curator Sony has decided to slap a copyright infringement on it, and I wasn't bothered because I know I'm not getting any monetization from anything at the moment anyway, because one, I don't have enough subscribers at the present time, and you know, even once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I still don't know if I'll have enough watched time to be enabled for it. It's one of those funny things, so they do it as a 2-tier thing now. It's not just the amount of subscribers you have, it's all dependent on how many minutes of watch time you have as well, and that's a big factor. Another reason why a lot of YouTubers moved over to Twitch, the smaller ones anyway, and even the bigger ones decided to move over. I'm still indicating. Just because Twitch was paying better, I'm not going to go into the reasons why. They all had their own reasons. But anyway, going back to that, they sent me an email saying, "Oh yeah, nothing to worry about. They're just going to claim any copyright on it and get any monetization that you get on it." And I was like, well, that's fine, because I don't think anyone's watched it for probably since I uploaded it. But it must be over nearly a year ago. I think I uploaded that. I can't even remember. It's that long ago, and so I wasn't really bothered. And literally within 24 to 48 hours, I get another email saying, "Oh, by the way, Sony have decided to drop the copyright infringement off of you," and I was just like, makes no difference to me because I wasn't earning any money on it anyway. But it just made me laugh. I was just like, really? I knew it was going to happen. I suspected it was going to happen as soon as I uploaded it. But when it uploaded and I didn't get any copyright claims, I thought, oh, okay, I've got away with that. It didn't bother me that they'd slapped it on, to be honest, because I wasn't earning anything from it anyway. And there's no particularly traffic coming in and out of it, so they can't gain anything from that. But it just made me laugh. I think I got another one recently as well for another older video. For it was American, not American Truck, for a car mechanic, and it was an episode just before when I knew they were going to do all the changes which they did to monetization and everything else, and I was feeling rebellious. I started just doing videos with my own music. The only reason I didn't bother doing that, because well, thankfully I didn't do it because of the whole Article 13 malarkey, which is now an Article 17, I think they've made it. Thankfully because of that, purely because I just didn't, with my music, as soon as I'd upload something, I'd get like 6, 7, 8, however many emails from YouTube saying, "Oh, same thing. Oh, don't worry, but this person's claiming this person's claiming that person's claiming this." I just got sick of that. I was just like, yeah, I don't want my email box to be flooded with, "You've got a copyright claim here, you got a copyright claim there. Well done, LDTTs." I think one just drove straight into the other, actually. I can't see how close he is. He's closer than I think for. So, you gonna take over? You're not gonna take over? Is he? I can't see him anymore. No, anything else really? Nothing else really exciting to report about. Work's work. Dad, he's still recovering from his hip hop. If you guys didn't know, he had a hip hop about a month and a bit ago. And because it's just me and him, I'm having to look after him. My brothers and sisters do help out where they can, but it's a bit of a grind, admittedly. He was beginning to test, well, he still is in a sense, now and again, testing my patience, because it'd be like, was a previous conversation I had with him. I said to him, "Look, I'm going to be setting off now. Oops, sorry mate. Sunday driver. Is there anything before I start, before I set off, and I won't see you for a little while, is there anything else that you need to be sorted out before I go? Anything you need ordering?" And I asked him 3 times. I said to him, "Look, anything you need ordering, anything you're thinking you're low on, anything that you think you need, let me know, and I'll order it onto the Asda, onto the Asda app, and I'll get them to deliver it to you, and then you'll be all sorted. I don't have to come back and sort you out." He was like, "Nope," and I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah, everything I want is on the list." I said, "Are you double sure? Because what I don't want you doing is ringing me up when I'm no longer local I've got to go back up. Luckily enough. Whoa! That dude didn't give me that much room. But put it back into gear. I'm going to have to knock that sign over. Actually, if I drive around it, that would be the better option. As long as I don't get stuck on that rock.
So ein Rowdy.
Okay, I got stuck on the rock. I'm going to have to knock that sign over. Sorry, sign, but you're going to have to go. Oh, it's already. I think I've already knocked it over because I can sit down on the ground.
Sie sollten mehr auf Ihr Navi gucken.
Off the road. Yes, I know. I know. I was going too quick. Leadfoot strikes again. Stop that time. So yeah, and again I asked him twice, I asked him 3 times. I said, and you're absolutely sure you've got enough milk, you've got enough this, you've got enough, you know, this, cleaning materials, this, that, anything you can think of, because once I'm gone, it's going to take me a while to come back. And he's just like, or I'm not going to be able to come back. And he's just like, no, I'm sure, duh, 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 duh. And so I set off. And then, literally next morning, oh yeah, I forgot to add that. And I said, it's too late now. I can't come back. I won't be back until Monday. You're going to have to get my sister to come round there more closer to me, closer to you than I am. There's no way I can come back. I'm not about an hour and a half travel, so it's not going to happen. And I felt bad, but I've done that once before, because I said to him and asked him again and again if he had a thing, and I went off and he was like, yeah, I'm fine. Then ring me up and then go, oh yeah, I've forgotten this, or this needs sorting out, or wow, that's a nice drop. That's pretty cool, isn't it, guys? It's quite a picturesque shot, that. And then he'd say, oh yeah, the fish tank's in trouble, or the pond's in trouble, or I forgot this and I'm out of milk, or this, that. Wow, why is that wet? Is there water here? Don't know, it's a bit of a weird texture glitch. And then, so then I'd then come back and I'd have to drop whatever I was doing at work or whatever, and say, look, I'm sorry, I've got to go and sort out my dad. I'll be back as soon as I can. And so that's an hour and a half each way, no matter whatever else I've got to sort him out for as well. And then go back, and that was obviously costing me money as well, of all that. And that wound me up, and it kind of landed me in deep water as well, because although I spoke to them initially and they knew what the situation was, it was like after a couple of times of me doing it, he was getting a bit fed up, and I don't blame them. I might have to slow down on this. It's quite nice, I like this. Quite challenging. It's not like the whole motorway driving. This was very similar to something else I did once when was it up towards those mountains? It's very similar, sort of like situation going on here. Actually, it's quite a good last episode. It makes quite a good last episode. But other than that, it's a case of, you know, working. Ooh,
Darum soll man
too
sich
quick
also anschnallen.
again. Oh, and I've clamped. Whoa. I think these roads are a bit narrower than they should really be. That's my excuse, I'm going to stick to it. That's it, a bit slower, Kev. Less fled on the foot. And then you can get around a lot easier. I do the same thing when I'm on a forklift, which is wrong. I've got to plough my foot right down, go, come on, power, and then realise I'm going too quick. And then it's like, oh, I'm not going to make that gate, and then things can happen. Like, was it the other day, I was getting some compost out. Now these pallets, big pallets, and they're quite tall. When you got them on the front forks, you can't see round them. And I thought, rather than just try and crink my neck, really? Crink my neck round the pallet or whatever, I'm going to reverse. And then I put it into reverse, and I went, right, turn this thing round. And I was going way too quick, and I know I was going way too quick. And when I went round, I got round about halfway, and I realised I was going way too quick, so I let off the accelerator, but by then it was too late. I'd gathered up so much centrifugal energy that, oops, as I hit the mic, sorry peeps, that the whole lot just falls off and skids across the yard. Luckily enough, it didn't damage a single bag at all. None of the bags, oh, we're here, are damaged at all. Do I need to turn around? Or, oh, there's a little turning in here. But I had to restack it, which was fair enough, a lesson learned not to do it that quickly again. Even my colleague, the guy that was walking me, he says, I knew you was going to do that, because as soon as you started going round, I could see how fast you were going, and I could see the pallet was coming off, or ripping to pieces, and it did. So that was definitely case of lead foot then. This counts as a terminal? Right, the parking spot is down along the thing. I might drive off to that off screen, see where that takes me. But let's open the doors. I was going to log out, but let's open the doors so those guys can get out. Did that? No. Okay. Let's do it this way, because it's not the button box is the problem. It's this. It doesn't recognise the commands because it's quick pulsing. Let's turn the engine off. If it let me. Not in this view, it won't. There we go. Let's take it out of the gear. And let's jump off the coach and open the doors so they... Come on, mouse, wake up. That's it. So they can get their bags and grab all that. But I'll go and look at the other one off screen. Whereabouts on the map is it? Let's have a look. Is it actually... there's a petrol station. That's just a petrol station. So that counts that as the depot, weirdly enough, as well as a stop. It's a depot. Now the depot's way up here. Look, that's where the depot is. So I'd have to drive all the way back down the bottom of the mountain to actually get there. But I'll do that off screen. Like I said, thanks to everyone for following my series. Say if something new comes out for this, then I'll obviously be on it like a car bonnet. But I take it as read. I think there's not much going to be around for a long while. So this is more or less going to be the last episode. Again, thank you guys for supporting me all the way through it. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like up, thumbs up I should say. If you didn't enjoy it, again, thumbs down. Leave a comment either way down below to so it helps me improve in the future episode or future videos. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot. I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see not necessarily future episodes of this, but anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so that you're informed as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.